Hey everyone, welcome to another blogging video. I'm going to be sharing with you the plugins that I use when I'm writing articles for howtoboosttestosterone.org, which is one of my blogs that I'm going to keep public here on this YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So on howtoboosttestosterone.org, it's a very science-focused type blog. All of the information or the claims on it are backed by certain science or studies and things like that. And the built-in AI is very powerful in Rocket Web Builder. It's connected to ChatGPT 4, or excuse me, OpenAI GPT-4, which is not the chat function, as you guys know. It is just the informational neural network, and it plugs into it to provide certain answers. So, for example, a lot of the content you see here is written by the Rocket Web Builder AI that uses, once again, GPT-4. So it didn't always use GPT-4. It used GPT 3.5, but we've recently upgraded about a couple months ago or something like that. So, for example, if I want to write something here about, let's go ahead and do something live. I could say, does higher testosterone levels improve BMI, something like that, something pretty basic. I'll just copy this headline real quick and I'll go over to a text. So I'll kind of grab some text here and then I'll go over here to the text and then I'll hit the AI button, generate text, and paste that kind of I guess you could say prompt in there. And based on an SEO standpoint, you could see it provided that result pretty quickly. Higher testosterone levels have been associated with a variety of physical and metabolic changes in the body, including an impact on BMI, body mass index. Studies show that individuals with higher testosterone levels tend to have lower BMI levels. There you go. So where was it able to pull out this information? Well, you can see a visual of that when you take that same information and put it here, right, in GPT-4. And so GPT-4 here is, let's go ahead and use it here. And I'm going to go ahead and use these three plugins. And I'm going to share with you these plugins because they are very, very powerful to create a better level of success over time. So the first plugin is going to be arguably one of probably the most valuable to me, at least, is Scholar AI. Scholar AI is going to pull up these studies and break them down and kind of understand them. And then, if needed, to create any kind of graphical representations or charts or diagrams or anything like that, it will hand it over to Wolfram AI. And Wolfram will kind of understand the information based on what the information that exists from Scholar AI, and then input it in some sort of graph or something like that and create it in real time, which takes about a few seconds to do. Really, really cool. Okay. The reason why I have WebPilot here is because sometimes WebPilot will work in synergy with Wolfram and Scholar AI because information doesn't always get pulled just from a study, but it can also be pulled from an article. And that article can include certain studies. And so that study has a link to it, and then that's when Scholar AI and Wolfram kind of work together. So that's kind of the trifecta right there for my style of niche, right? For many of you, you might not be in this niche, and I totally understand. And I've been actually buying up some competitor blogs in different niches so I can create more videos here for you guys on certain things that are a little bit more relatable. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue here. I can pose the same question, and I could say, use Scholar AI to provide details, right? Something like this. And it will actually do that for me, right? So it will use Scholar AI, and we'll actually see, yep, there we go, the visualization right here. We have the word testosterone, we have BMI, we have the query, and then boom, a bunch of studies, that relate to that on some sort of level. And we could go over here, and we can actually see some of this information. So here, let me look at some of this data. This study is, let's see what it's called. Effects of testosterone therapy on BMI. There we go. So this is a study. Okay, let's see how this looks. Effects of testosterone therapy on BMI. And I'm going to say, excuse me. Let's click on that study real quick. Okay. And let's take a look at this. All right. And we have here different breakdowns from a results standpoint. If we read the study, right, it says a study duration from 6 to 60 months, sample size of 12 to 97 patients, and most common treatment was paternal testosterone undecanoate, 1,000 milligrams for 12 weeks. Slight but significant increases in BMI were reported, right? So different things like that. And we could do here, we can ask GPT to perform some sort of diagram. In fact, this article has some charts, right? Some charts here. And usually you would use a software like SPSS to be able to do this. For anybody who takes or has taken psychology, a higher level of psychology, like a bachelor's graduation level of psychology in class, you probably have used SPSS at some moment. Maybe even if you were in statistics class, you may have potentially used SPSS. But here, like I said, articles like this, graphical diagram representations of certain things are found or are created by SPSS, and Wolfram can go ahead and do that in a matter of seconds. So I could say something like, let's focus on this study, and I can go ahead and start introducing the concept with the AI. Now, you wouldn't just, message, what's it called? Did I just copy and paste the whole thing? Yeah, let's cancel this. But anyways, I would say stop generating. Let's go ahead and copy just this one study. I believe it is right here. Let's see. Yep, it's right here. We can copy this, okay, and I can go here, and I could say, let's focus on this, okay? And this study right here is the study that we're using. So it's kind of breaking things down, and I can have to work the AI. Sometimes if I tell it just do this for me, it won't fully understand, just like right here. And then I'm going to say, let's use Wolfram to show a depiction of a graphical representation of how the BMI is affected based on testosterone levels. Something like that. Now, it's not going to be 100%. Sometimes, like I said, you have to prompt in different ways to actually get a result. But you could see Wolfram is doing its work here. It's kind of understanding different things. And here, yep, there we go. It says it couldn't understand. So once again, it just has to read the data differently. Not all times does it work like this. But I believe there were different situations where I went ahead and had Wolfram create different graphics for me. Not I believe, I have. In fact, one of my articles, we can go ahead and pull it up eventually if I can find it. But one of my articles on this site, I used it and it came out really, really well. Could it be the testosterone cypionate one? Yes, it is. This is the exact one. So this is a link here. This was the study. This image was created by Wolfram. Can you believe that? This image, was created by Wolfram. So it's just a matter of it understanding the information in the study. So that's all it is. And it kind of creates more data for you to kind of work with for your articles. And more importantly, it's a little bit more effective. So that's kind of my, I guess you could say, my secret trinity of plugins for, it's not really a secret, but for ChatGPT 4. But you could see here that the way our AI built in to Rocket Web Builder came up with the exact same solutions. If you read through this and you look through these studies and things like that, the solutions are exactly the same. The only difference is it provides a more succinct, brief understanding of what it is, and that's what SEO comes down to doing. Unless you're going to be creating a super post, of course, which we have spoken about super posts on the Cash Cow Niche Sites channel. On the Cash Cow Niche Sites website, and I think I actually broke it down here. Let me go ahead and take a look where it is. Here. This is here. It's right there. So, yeah, So that's really what it comes down to, guys, is these are the plugins that I use. Of course, I could sit here and not use them and just write a whole article without it. But it's a little bit more effective because you give the audience, you give the reader a little bit more of an understanding of where you're coming from with certain information. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video somehow helped out, especially if you have articles or content written in a niche like mine where you could use studies to back up certain information. And that's what it comes down to. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.